My name's Evan. I'm 23 now, but this happened when I was 20, and still stupid enough to think the dark web was just some edgy, hidden side of the internet where people exaggerated everything. Spoiler, they don't exaggerate. Not even a little. And before I start, let me just say that if you've ever been curious about ordering anything from there, this is your sign to stay far, far away. It started because of a dare. My roommates and I used to watch dark web mystery box videos and make fun of them. We all thought they were staged, so during a late night drinking game, my roommate Tyler dared me to and order something small. Nothing crazy, just to prove how fake it all was. And like an idiot, drunk and wanting to prove a point, I did it. I spent $150 in crypto for what was simply labeled personal effects, medium. That was it. No description, no promises. At the time, that made it feel less dangerous. Stupid, I know. 2 weeks later, the package showed up. It came in a crushed, duct-taped cardboard box with no return address. The label was printed with a cheap inkjet on a sheet of paper and clear taped on top. The moment I picked it up off the porch, I got this weird sinking feeling. It was heavier than I expected. Too heavy for something medium. Inside were 3 items. A burner flip phone, scuffed up. Battery already installed. A small metal box with no latch, sealed shut. And a folded piece of paper. That was it. My roommates gathered behind me like kids watching a bomb defusal. I unfolded the note. It said, "Keep the phone on you. Do not open the box." We laughed at first. Tyler thought it was hilarious. You paid $150 for some creep's trash. But the phone, it bothered me. It already had fingerprints all over it. That night around 2 a.m, the phone rang. I nearly dropped it. My roommates had all gone to bed by then. I answered instinctively before my brain caught up. A man's voice, calm, quiet, and very deliberate, said, "You opened the package? Good." I froze. "Who is this?" I asked. He didn't answer that. Instead he said, "The box. Is it still closed?" I glanced at my desk where the little metal box sat. "Yeah." "Good," he said. "Listen carefully. Someone will come for it. When they knock, you hand it over. Do not open it. Do not keep it. Do not hide it." Before I could ask anything, he added, "If you don't do exactly what I say, you're already dead." Then he hung up. I stared at the phone for a long time after that. I told myself it had to be a prank. Maybe Tyler set this up. Maybe the dark web seller was just messing with buyers. But still, I put the phone in my backpack and stuffed the metal box in a drawer. That night, I barely slept. For the next 2 days, nothing happened. But on the third night, I noticed something. A black sedan parked across the street, not running, no lights, but someone was inside. I told myself it wasn't related, but I kept catching glimpses, movement inside the car, like someone adjusting themselves. And every time I peeked through the blinds, I felt eyes on me. The phone didn't ring again, but I started carrying it everywhere like the note said. That evening, Tyler and my other roommate, Max, went to a party. I stayed home, pretending I had too much homework. Truth was, I didn't want to leave the damn box alone in the house. At around 11 p.m, I saw the sedan's door crack open. A figure stepped out, tall, wearing a hoodie pulled forward, hands in pockets. He stood on the sidewalk, staring at my house. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered with shaking fingers. The same calm voice. "Do not open the door. Do not give him the box. My heart almost stopped. I asked, "Who is he?" The man said, "A thief. He's not the one who's supposed to get it." I whispered, "Why is he here?" A beat of silence. He followed the package. That was the first moment I truly felt terror. The man outside took a step closer to the house. The voice continued, "That box is worth killing for. He thinks you don't know that." I crouched under the window as the man approached the porch. Then he knocked. Not like a normal knock, slow, deliberate, like he already knew I was standing behind the door. I stayed completely still. He knocked again, harder. Then he tried the doorknob. That metallic rattle sent a spike of panic through my chest. I whispered into the phone, "What do I do?" The man on the phone said, "Go to your room, lock the door, do not make a sound." I moved slowly, careful not to creak the floorboards. Downstairs, I heard the front door shake like someone was trying their shoulder against it. The voice said, "He's going to try the back door next." I paused halfway up the stairs. How did he know that? Before I could ask, I heard footsteps outside moving toward the backyard. The voice almost sounded amused now. "You're starting to understand what kind of people you bought from." The back door suddenly shuddered violently, like the man was ramming it. I ran to my room, locked it, pushed my desk against the door, and hid behind my bed. A window downstairs shattered. He was inside. The man crept through the house slowly, like he had all the time in the world. No rushing, no panic, just the quiet confidence of someone who does this often. Glass crunched under his shoes. A drawer opened. Something fell. He was searching. The voice on the phone whispered, "He wants the box. If he finds it, he'll leave you alive." I will not, though. I swallowed hard. The box was still in my desk drawer, downstairs. I whispered, "What's in it?" The man on the phone exhaled softly. Something that didn't belong to him. Something he wants back. Then he added almost gently, "He will check your room last." Footsteps on the stairs. Slow, heavy, patient. I held the phone so tight my hand hurt. The footsteps reached the top step. He started trying doors. Bathroom first, then the closet, then Max's room. My phone buzzed again in my ear. "When he tries your door, do not make a sound. He'll assume it's locked because no one's home. He doesn't want witnesses." My entire body shook as the footsteps approached my door. Then, a light tap on the doorknob, followed by a twist. I had to resist the urge to run to the window and climb out of it. He stood there for a long moment, listening. Then finally, he walked away, down the hall and stairs, out the broken window. After he left, the quiet was almost worse. I stayed hiding for at least an hour before the phone buzzed again. "You're safe. For now," the man said. I finally demanded, "Who the hell are you?" He paused, then said, "I'm the one who's supposed to pick up the box." My stomach dropped. He continued, "I'll come tomorrow, noon. Leave it on your porch, then walk away." I asked, "What's in it?" His voice lowered. "You bought a package that wasn't meant for you." Then he ended with, "Do not try to open it, Evan." He hung up for the last time. The next morning, I took the metal box out of the drawer. It was cold, heavy, completely sealed. No markings, no hinges. Just a welded rectangle of steel the size of a paperback. I never tried to open it, even though that curiosity almost killed me. At 12 o'clock on the dot, I placed it on the porch. I watched from the upstairs window. A man I had never seen before, clean cut, business casual, carrying a briefcase, walked up calmly, picked up the box, slipped it into the briefcase, and left without even glancing at the house. No black sedan, no hooded figure, just a normal-looking guy who blended into the world too easily. That was 4 years ago. I never heard from anyone again. The police never contacted me about the break-in, and the neighbors never saw anything either. Sometimes, though, I still think about that box. What was so special about it that two different people were willing to kill for it? And then I think about this. That package wasn't labeled with my name, just my address, which means that someone out there ordered it, and they might still be out there.